What up, it's People Champ 1983. Back with you another video. I hope everybody doing well. Physically, mentally, and emotionally on this day. And slept like kings and queens last night. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, your boy the People Champ 1983 is on the road to recovery. Had got to an accident while I was trying to deliver some food for Grubhub. And then that's when I ran into a pothole at night. Didn't see it. Flipped over. And here we are. So please chat. Hit me with the prayer emoji in the chat. Pray for a speedy recovery for the boy People Champ 1983. I really appreciate the love and support. So your boy People Champ 1983 can get back on his feet and get back to making money. But right now, we're on the road to recovery. But for now, we are going to react to this video called We're Working for Nothing. Video is by Jill. So I want everybody to do me a favor and go subscribe to Jill. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure that you let everybody know in her comment section that the People Champ 1983 sent you. Make sure you like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Because we're about to interact to this video called We're Working for Nothing. Let's see what she's talking about, shall we?
The point in working for an employer anymore. When the wages are so low and the cost of living is so high, it almost defeats the purpose in even being at the job at all. There's people out here working 40, 50, 60 plus hours a week, and they still have to pick and choose which bills are going to pay.
Now, let me ask you this, chat. How many people in the chat that got jobs? How many people in the chat that got more than one job? That got more than one income? But still find themselves struggling to keep up with the bills, put food on the table, to keep a roof over your head. Did you know that homelessness is at an all-time high? Did you know that? Did you know that people are going to bed hungry because they have spent all their money on bills, all that money on rent, all that money on car insurance, then put the money back into the gas tank to help them go back and forth to work. Don't forget health insurance if they have health insurance. That went through the roof. Food also went through the roof. So now people have to choose. Either pay your bills on time or eat. And a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people.
After a while, when you've been working yourself into a fine paste, you really start to question, what is the point of any of this?
What is the point? Like she said, what's
We're
the
way
point?
past due for a revolution, guys. Every day when I go out, I'm always asking myself, why are we still doing this?
Why? Why are we doing
What
this?
is going to
What's the
be
angle, y'all? What's the
everybody's
angle?
breaking point? It almost feels like a thing, or there's people out here that are just happy to be slaves.
Right?
Nobody should have to work.
Remember what Kanye West says, that being a slave is a choice? Do you remember that? Do you remember Kanye West Matter of fact, let's go search for it right now. Because I don't want to misquote Kanye West. So let's search for. There we go, right here.
Slavery for 400 years. For 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
You heard that?
Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all?
That was the comment that crossed the line for at least one TMZ staffer.
We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. And brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real.
And here we are in the year 2026 with somebody different saying the exact same thing. This time, a white woman who got all the privilege of white people in this country is saying the exact same thing. So, do you guys think that Kanye West was wrong for saying that? Or do you guys agree in the year 2026 when slavery is a choice?
Or there's people out here that are just happy to be slaves.
You hear that?
Nobody should have to work this much of their lives, yet still struggle to get by. The working class needs justice.
So instead of taking it to the streets and protest of how things are and how things are unfair to the American people, they'd rather go to work and do what they are told and be a good master and keep quiet and act like everything is normal. Like your president of the United States, Trump, and the media has everyone to believe.
In this hard, we shouldn't be sacrificing all of our time and energy just to get nothing out of it. Everybody's solution when there's people out here dealing with homelessness is to just get a job. There's people out here that are homeless and they work full-time jobs.
You hear that? Full-time
It's not
jobs.
the fault of the individual. It's a systemic issue. Nobody working a full-time job should be homeless. Hell, call me radical if you want. I don't think anybody should be homeless.
Exactly.
Everybody deserves to have a roof over their head. Everybody deserves to have access to food.
The whole point of
Everybody
working
deserves
is to not be homeless.
have a good life.
Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
Insane how we
Am I
live
right,
in a
America?
timeline where there's so many
The whole point of having multiple jobs is to what? Not be homeless. But people are. And let's see how many people are homeless, shall we? In the United States. How many people are homeless in the United States?
In January 2025, about 745,652 people experienced homelessness in the U.S., a decrease from the previous year. Of these, around 479,300 were in shelters, while about 266,300 were unsheltered. California had the highest number, followed by New York.
You hear that? So California and New York is leading when it comes to the most homeless people in the United States. That's over 700,000 people that are homeless. Over 700,000 people homeless. That's that's almost close to a million. Almost close to a million people dealing with homeless right now. Dealing with homeless. 700,000. Close to a million. That should set alarm to everybody here in the United States. Especially if you live in California in New York. The two places where they said, if you can't make it here, you can't make it anywhere. The same two places where everybody and their grandma went to become somebody, went to become a star, tried to make it in Hollywood. And the only way to make it in Hollywood, to be part of Hollywood, is to either go to New York or California. Because everybody knows kind of Hollywood is the home of California. And everybody knows most Hollywood gig jobs are either in Hollywood or Hollywood, California, or in California in general, or New York, or New York. And yet these are the two places where people are homeless the most. Are you serious?
People that will try to argue with you on this take. We're living in a timeline right
Exactly.
now.
Because people rather listen to the news. The news, people in the news, they're saying, oh, the economy is great, the economy is doing great. But yet, in reality, it's not.
Where evil is actively winning and taking over, while the good people suffer. I personally have spoken to a few buddies of mine here lately, and they've even told me that they can't do this anymore. They've been pushed way too far.
And she's exactly right. Evil has been taking over the entire world. Why you say that, Demetrius Blackwell? Why you say that, People Chat 1983? We're at war with other countries right now. Mass shootings all over the world, including the United States. Not that long ago, I live in Philly, by the way, there was a mass shooting that just happened a couple of nights ago that produced 80 to 90 bullet shells were found on the ground. 80 shells!
Near Cecil B. Moore, where this happened, Johnny, we're expecting to hear from police soon. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, well, we did just get an update, as you mentioned, as we were coming into the show, that the 3 people were shot. 1 person is dead. 1 person is in critical condition, and a 3rd person is in stable condition. But as you can see behind me, police are still on the scene here on Ridge Avenue. We're right in between 22nd and 23rd Street on Ridge, and they had this area blocked off where the shooting happened. I don't know if you can see past that police cruiser. You probably can't. There's a police cruiser in the way, but beyond that police cruiser, there is a number of shell casings on the ground, well over a dozen. I've heard somebody say that there are at least 60, but that is not from police. That is just from a witness that was on the scene. And I can tell you this area, there are a lot of people who are out here. This is a high traffic area. A lot of people walk along Ridge Avenue. Cecil B. Moore is just up where that light is ahead of us. A lot of people standing there waiting for the bus. And as you can see, there's a lot of shops and businesses around this area as well. Now, Adam, I don't know if you can pan over to the left there. You probably can't see it from the angle that we're at, but to the left there's a dollar store there. That front window and front door has been completely shattered out, likely from a bullet that...
Neighbors who've lived here for decades.
It's just so sad. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's the time that we in now. It's real
It's the time we're living in, y'all.
People die.
It's the time we're living in.
You see what I'm saying? So it don't get no worse than that. My gunshot to my window doesn't compare.
Mrs. Jones says she cannot believe her car is now part of a police investigation where someone lost their life and more than 90 shots may have been fired.
My neighbors came and told me, and then you guys told the police. Thank God you were out here and she was out here, because I would have not known to probably later on.
Police say this all happened just before 3 o'clock Sunday morning when
that?
shots started flying near 5th Street. Then some kind of
Look how many
chase happened
shot
all the
cases
way to
were
8th,
there.
where several cars were hit.
Look how many shot
One
cases
man
were
in
there,
his
y'all.
30s was shot inside a car and pronounced dead at the scene. Another man in his 30s with multiple gunshot wounds
Look,
went to
81
Temple
shots,
University
y'all. Look,
Hospital
81
in a
shots.
private car.
Living in Philadelphia, you see like
85
one or
shots,
two
y'all.
shell casings around every once in a while, but like 90, that's something to
Look,
kinda
90,
be
y'all.
weary about, you know.
I mean, it's super scary. This stuff never happens in this neighborhood. It's just full of seniors and kids and families, and yeah, it just never happens. It's really crazy.
Neighbors say they've seen several car meetups in the area lately with people driving erratically, but it's
Look at that.
unclear if this is related.
Look how many
I
shells
hope
is
they
on
find
the
the people who
freaking
did
floor,
this.
man.
This neighborhood deserves some justice, especially for victims. Yeah.
A neighborhood on edge, hoping for justice, hoping more police come out to patrol the area to help them feel safer. In North Philadelphia, Ellen Koloje, Fox 29 News.
Every time you turn on the news, mass shooting is in my area in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Every single day, there's a mass shooting. Ask anybody that lives in Philadelphia. They will tell you, every single day, mass shootings, mass shootings, mass shootings. Kids can't even go outside. Seniors can't even go outside. Nobody can even go outside to enjoy themselves without have to deal with that every day. And now it's becoming a norm.
Lately, and they've even told me that they can't do this anymore.
People are fed up with this, man.
They've been
Y'all heard
pushed
that?
way too far.
People, homes are getting shot up.
Every
People, cars
day.
getting shot up.
When I wake back
People are
up
getting caught in the crossfire, getting
to
shot
this
up.
dystopian reality, to this society, I'm
We are more
constantly
divided
asking
more than
myself,
ever. Thanks to
what
your
is it going to
world
take
leaders and
for all
politicians.
of us to put our differences to the side
When,
and
y'all?
wake up,
We need to come together.
rise up to do our constitutional duty and tell the people in power that we're not doing this anymore. We're not taking this anymore.
Exactly.
We're not going to continue to be oppressed under this system. We're not going to continue to take the abuse.
Exactly.
There's people out here right now working 3 jobs,
Like I said,
and they're not even able to save money anymore.
how many people you know have multiple jobs and yet still struggling? Don't worry, I'll wait. Do you have the answer now, Sway? Do you got the answer now, Sway? Or no?
There's people working 3 jobs right now, and the state this country is in is so bad that those people can't pay their bills.
See, a lot of people are in debt.
It feels like every corner that you turn anymore, somebody else is gaslighting you, trying to make it all out to be your fault. There's only so much that we can take. There's only so much that we can do.
Exactly.
And I feel like if we were actually getting rewarded for our hard work, we would have a lot more motivation to get up and work.
Exactly.
But when we're working our lives away and we can't afford nothing, when the wages stay stagnant and the price of everything else keeps getting more expensive, it feels like it makes a lot more sense to not even work at all. People are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Exactly.
People are
More and more people are either losing their jobs by getting fired, or more and more people are quitting because they are sick and tired of being treated like a slave and have absolutely nothing to show for it. You're working your ass off throughout your entire life, and what do you have to show for? Just so you can say you've been there for 10, 20 years? Get the fuck out of here.
tired of feeling trapped in this matrix.
And the whole time you get like $1 raise, $1 or $2 raise. The whole time you've been there, you only get like $1 or $2 raise. Like, get the fuck out of here.
People are more stressed out than ever. People are sick and tired of not knowing what to do. We need to start being a little bit kinder to each other. We need to start showing empathy again. I can admit that I can do better. But that's what's going to save us. Is spreading a little bit more love.
Exactly.
Spreading a little bit more empathy.
Be mean to each other.
Trying to be more understanding of one another.
To attack and
because we're all out here fending for.
People rather attack people in the comments. People rather send death threats in people's DMs than to come together. People rather unalive each other. People rather than put a hit out on each other than to uplift. So people on game to have to make more money. But instead, they'd rather hate you from a distance. It's just a sad world we're living in, y'all.
For ourselves. And we're barely surviving. We need a whole life reset. Human beings deserve a lot better than this.
And because how people are treating each other, more and more people are taking more people are committing. More people are unaliving themselves because how they are being treated on earth. So I feel like since nobody likes me, nobody wants to be my friend, nobody wants anything to do with me, allow me to take myself out of their equation, so I won't be a burden to anybody anymore. That's how most people feel right now. They feel like they are a burden. They feel like they don't contribute to nothing. So let me take myself out, since I'm not being contribute to society. And that's all human beings want, is to feel important, feel like they belong, feel like they are making contributions to society, and not be the one who caused society to go back a few years. This is where we at in today's 20 cents, y'all.
Capitalism, I looked it up. Approximately 1 million people every single year.
Damn, 1 million people?
That just goes to show you right there that something is seriously wrong with our society. We're literally out here working ourselves to death. People are.
And she's right. Search for people dying at work. There are plenty of videos out there of people working dangerous jobs, literally getting unalive while at work, because they're working at such a dangerous job. Whether you're working all the way up to fix the telephone pole, or to fix the to turn the power back on through the power lines that is like 100 feet in the air, or you're working at a factory surrounded by heavy steel and nothing but technology is surrounded by you. Or you're working at some place where there's nothing but heat. Yeah, a lot of people have been getting unalive while at work.
Are in such a bad headspace that they're deciding to check out completely. Something needs to change. It needs to change sooner rather than later.
Even working as the military is considered as the hardest job in the world that most people have unalived themselves or gotten unalive just for serving this country. Lots of men and women put their bodies, their lives on the line to serve and protect this country. Working for the military because their psyche is so messed up after being overseas and seeing all this unaliving and thinking that after all that they're going to live a normal life. Nope. Their mental has never been the same since joining the military. There's a lot of people in the military have unalived themselves because their mental is so messed up because of the war. That they couldn't take it anymore. People have unalived themselves from their because due to stress at work. And did you know that some of our military are even homeless? Did you not just hear me, what I just said? Some military people are homeless as well. Some can't even afford housing. They do all this for a country just to end up here with nothing. Is they will come back to the United States with no job,
down so quickly. Isn't it amazing?
He used just a single drop, and his hands afterwards were rock steady, and the dyskinesia left.
The voice is coming back. It works most of the time. In fact, it's
Now, since Trump got into office, it went from being legal to illegal. So now the businesses that sells Delta 8 has completely went out of business. Everybody that have a Delta 8 job lost it and is forced to find other ways to bring in income. Why? Because the plant is not taxable. So anything that's not taxable is illegal in their eyes. Anything that's not taxable is illegal in their eyes. Okay, I'm telling y'all, this is serious, man. This is serious.
People are at their wits' end. People are tired of working harder just to get further and further behind.
And by the way, if you're getting sick and tired of me pausing the video, like I said, y'all, go watch this person's whole video. If you're tired of me pausing the video, it's called "We Are Working for Nothing." I'm trying to tell y'all, if we don't come together and fire all these people who are in politics, who's all about profit, who's all about making themselves and their billionaire friends and family richer than to actually make a difference in this world. They don't need to be in politics. None of these people need to be in politics. It's all they're after is money. None of them is willing to make a difference for this world. So our children and our children's children and our children's children's children can have a better future than what we got right now. So if I were you, I'll do what, like the lady says, put our differences aside. Let all of us come together, and we must dethrone the people in power, because their end goal is to have less people on this planet, so the rich and the wealthy people can have the world to themselves. Don't believe me? Just ask Bill Gates.
The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
You heard that? One more time for the slow people in the back.
First, we've got population.
One more time for the slow people in the back.
Today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
You heard that? Bill, and guess who also agreed with him? Kamala Harris.
We invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population. More of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water. And reduce population.
One more time for the slow people in the back. Listen to what Kamala Harris just said.
From and in the community. Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean.
What do you say about population? What do you say about population? Let me put the caption in there so nobody could misquote Kamala Harris. Shall we? Caption. Running back.
Economy, not only on an investment in the
there you go, there the caption. Now look
from and in
and
the
listen.
community. Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe
reduce
clean
population
air and drink clean water.
That's exactly what we thought she says. Reduce populations. And yet y'all want to cancel people who voted for Trump. And yet this is what you was going to get if Kamala Harris was to become president. This what you have to deal with. Their plans are, including Joe Biden. This is exactly why we all need to stop voting, Because just like Michael Jackson has said before he passed away, I already said that they don't really care about us. I already said that they don't really care about us. Michael Jackson made a song, made it perfectly clear that the powers that be don't care about you people. It doesn't matter if they're Democrats. It doesn't matter if they're Republican. They don't care about you. All they care about is money, power, and control. That's all they care about. And if you don't put a stop to that, they will not stop. They will not stop. They will continue, and it has been continued for a very long time. So if you tired like me, if you tired like her, we must all put differences to the side and all come together and fire these people before they fire us, if you know what I mean. Thank you for watching this video. You are the real MVP. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and give this person a subscribe. Make sure that you let her know in the comments that I send you. Because if you don't make big changes fast, they are going to make changes for us. I'm out. Peace.
And I swore an oath to protect the country from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Now, these people that are operating in our government right now are criminals. And you don't have to agree with me. You can disagree with me, but time will tell. And if we don't do something, like I said, if we don't all stand up and participate in our free democratic society, you're going to lose your rights, and you're going to lose them quick.